I'm gonna set mine. Did
She
you move?
can and will
Yeah.
kill an assault intercessor.
And then you're 3 as well.
Oh, right.
Even
Boost.
if I go on the charge.
Yeah.
And
she will.
Alright, I'll lift this one. Mine's a dude, so shit.
Is it?
Yeah, the Animus Assassins are dudes. They're the katana wielding thieves.
I can never remember which assassin's which.
Their whole temple is around a
kind of fuck that up.
blade.
I'm gonna
It's
roll.
literally from a blade and stasis. They just keep on copying it, and they're like, I'm the ninjas. Mine's your. You got it.
Alright, my 3 and 4 and 5.
So this is also on a 25 minute. So I can do that. Yeah, right. I'm gonna make it. I'm not gonna go easy. No, it's not. It's not like that. I don't like it.
Just focus.
Because then it feels like Rob almost.
And
No.
straight.
The best way to learn is to beat your head into a wall until it makes
Focus.
sense.
Yeah.
Especially in this game.
Remember, there are doors here you can walk through. And yep. You can charge through them. You can do all that. Doesn't fit an action, but just so you know, there's someone on the other side. You can't fix that.
And then you want to your
Alright.
senses.
A little bit back, but yeah.
Focus.
It's not wholly within, it's just within.
Hard.
Yep.
Focus. Closing foils. And rolling to evade.
I don't think you can put it there. Yeah, remember it's
Right,
free to.
everyone, we'll see what we've got today. Sorry to get started. Bringing you a brand new X-Wing stream. I don't know how long I'll be able to keep going because I might actually be jumping on the table for a match soon. But excited because Worlds is getting closer. We just had this taker open and we're going to see how much we can learn from each of these new games. So we've got Aaron on the left-hand side running his characteristic scum matchup. Really, really interesting combination. We've got two big base ships at I6. We've got Captain Seavor with tracers. So putting a bit of a target on his head, but also able to drastically multiply the damage output of all of his other ships. Now, speaking of damage output, we have Joon on the opposite side here. He's got AP5 to help similarly assist with some of his other ships' higher output. We've got a good old Harrison duo in that B-wing. Oh my gosh. With weapon system. Interesting. Plasma torpedo and proton. So a huge world of hurt that can come out of that here. Got the brand new Wedge Antilles flying at T70, 4 hull, 3 shields. Then Rao also at 6, and her good old trusty Sabine Wren with Beskar, not Lone Wolf, so she doesn't have to be out. So, speaking of decisions, so we have a classic Rebel B formation. Junie kind of curling on
You're gonna get it.
Definitely
You're gonna get
picking a target, trying to decide what he's going to do. Now that block is a buzz off, anything goes into it. So his decision is, I think he's going to sacrifice his spreading his ships out. This is a salvage, so he doesn't want to. So he's saying, okay, I'm not going to spread all my ships out. And instead of spreading all of my ships out, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep them in this ridiculously tight block. I'm going to keep all their guns facing forward and just try to burn down anything in my sight. You can clearly see that Aaron's taking the opposite approach. So this is really interesting, like talking about decision points where the game changed. We have Junior deciding, okay, I'm going to keep this buzzsaw block together. And Aaron saying, I'm going to go ahead and make sure that this collection of ships gets spread out.
I'm going to go for
Hey, I've got a lot of ships. I've got a little TIE fighter there. And see if they can gain the position advantage this way.
This point,
Really curious to see the next turn when people start grabbing these boxes and figuring out who's going to do this. Because technically that Han Solo can sacrifice his boost, but he's probably not going to do so. I would be surprised if he can take a box. So here we go. We have shots.
Alright, that's that. Oh, yeah.
Let's see, we've got one more. We've got one hit coming out of Sabine into
Lando.
Hey, possibly taking one, but no, I think this spends that token, and sure enough, safe. So some really nice little mechanics over there on Aaron's side, able to use all those different base mechanics to make sure that nothing ends up hurting. And sorry, we had 2 shields off, 2 off Han and 1 off of Wedge.
He's full up.
He's full.
Oh, that's a
No
different
damage
token.
on my side.
That's a different token. Got it.
Yep. What's up?
Oh, and then
Objectives.
2v2.
Oh, it is supposed to.
So this isn't salvage. This is
Assault.
Assault. Got it. Sorry. Oops. Totally different. So we are back to assault, and everyone scores 2. Dun dun. And dun dun. There we go. And changing us to the next turn.
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay. Cool. What made you want to start playing this?
All right. So here
Oh, those are rivals. They're about Terminator time.
Sorry, everyone, just moving around a little bit. So we'll see. Speaking of decision points, so we have the B formation at the very top. We're going to see an AP5 probably circling around.
What? Oh, no, you're just...
So we're going to have that AP5 surfing around that obstacle, trying to, maintain position so that ship is basically out of the fight. So this is now effectively a 5v.
They look pretty cool.
I'm just looking at your OBS setup.
Oh yeah, I haven't optimized any of the panels whatsoever. I
More than your,
want to rearrange the entire UI at some point.
I used to stream.
Sorry, everybody. But yeah, so I was just thinking, so we have basically a 5-ship list versus a 4 because Aaron's getting all of his guns in the fight. Well, maybe we've got that little Z95 hanging out in the back, so it could be a 4v4. However, AP is definitely just straight up facing away. And that's got Tristan, Ren, and an R4. So maybe that little ship will be able to chip in slightly, but probably not an awful lot. Decision points here. Aaron's lost a couple shields. He knows that Buzzsaw from the Rebel Beef can just chew through a ship, so he's trying to think right now, okay, what do I do with Han? Because if Han stays where he is and the Rebels just all do a 1 forward, they're still going to have those arcs covering the middle. So if Han doesn't do something to get out of it, he's already lost 2 shields. One more attack and he's going to start getting crits and hits down onto the center. And we do have a crit generation. So we've got proton torpedoes on the wedge, of course, proton cannons. Yeah, so we definitely have a chance of some real heavy crits coming out of that Han. So I think the big decision is what's Aaron going to do to make sure that that ship stays safe. Now, it's not that he's totally helpless here, because he does have 4 of his ships also curling into the middle. And that Dengar can throw a world of hurt. We also have the Vari, of course, and Makai with her own plasma torpedoes. Some real juicy opportunities at the opposite side. Fenrau and Sabine don't have shields, but Legend Hills and Hera definitely have shields that can be chewed away with those plasma torpedoes. Launch at I-5. So we're curious to see that Han decision. I think this could be a game-like deciding decision right here, because depending on this Han play, we're really going to see the game. Also, Aaron is probably thinking of how he can start getting his ships in to start throwing some dice against those rebels. And we see that Dengar is kind of pinned between these 2 rocks. So I don't know if he can do even a 1 straight and not end up on one of those clouds. Maybe he's going to take something really, really big. And try to rocket right into the middle of the board, jumping past all of those and throwing his cannons in there, because that Rebel Squad can just really chew through things. And with this objective format, I really don't know his dad. We're going to try to say, I'm just going to do some objective control. This is a tough one. And I'm sorry, I don't want to bend over too much over this mic, so I'm going to see if there's a better way for me to arrange this microphone setup. Give me one second.
You need to talk out loud. You're not the ASMR artist.
That's Dan's specialty.
No, yeah, that's my style. Just put them to sleep, so they
That's
won't
how he
have.
gets in the zone.
That's how I get in the zone. Oh shoot. I mean, I do a lot of this for work.
Hit I. Oh, that's not what I wanted.
Alright, so
Okay, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. So we have first player going to Joon. So We've got 85 actually moving forward a little bit. Okay. So he rotates forward. He's still in range 1 to 2, so he's going to give you that amazing action efficiency. But who's he giving it to? Is he giving it to Hera? Is he trying to give it a focus so that she can double mod that plasma torpedo? I mean, that would be super helpful. Or is she just trying to give it to Wedge so that he can get that advanced proton torpedo double mod off? Real decisions right here. Is he going to go for the focus for
Focus to
Hera?
Hera.
Yep, it's focused Hera. Okay, so that's freeing Hera up to do a target lock later.
Rolling.
Next we got Sabine. Sabine doing that really cool roll. That roll helping make space because, you know, she's kind of blocked up with Fen Rao. So you want to make sure that she doesn't get in a position where she ends up blocking herself off of Fen Rao and Fen not being able to take a good shot. So, you know, that makes a lot of sense. So Sabine going here. And then skipping forward just a tiny little bit. We'll see what comes out of this.
Ooh, it's so good. We're only ones.
Okay, now we flip to the opposite side. We've got C4. Now C4, of course, wants to get himself declared as an attacker because he's got that really cool ability. So we'll see if he's going to be able to leverage the fact that, hey, a smart opponent won't shoot C4. And he's like, hey, I'm invincible. He's definitely lining up with a really nice shot versus Sabine. Yes, they are technically at the same initiative, but C4's got those tracers. He's got Island Override for some really good mobility that Sabine not really expecting. We've got Bosker just saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to hang back. It's my job to grab these objectives. I'm just going to hang out over here and try to make sure that I keep scoring those points. Absolutely makes perfect sense for me. And now Lima, we're already jumping up to the 5s. Because remember, this is a pretty stacked list. We've got a 1-3 on the right-hand side for Joon, and then 3 6s. All of his ships get to move after all but 2 of Aaron's. So what's Lima doing? So Lima box forward just a little. So Lima unfortunately loses 1 shield.
A little bit of Dorito action, you know. It'd be like that.
But you know, the nice thing is we've got all those arcs, including Hans, pointed to the middle. So what is he gonna do? So yep, so exactly what we're thinking. That Rebel Beef block is maintaining themselves all nice and squared up. And keeping that set of guns pointing forward because they're guessing how Aaron is either going to go in and try to close or he's just going to run. So I'm really curious to see here what we're hoping. I mean, this is just a bit of a tough spot. I wonder whether this is a case where like obstacle placement really made a difference because yes, Han did have to dive in here in order to like be active, but didn't have the best escape route. I really do wonder though whether something like a 3 straight and a boost might do it. I mean, this is really classic playing, and again, Aaron has had a ton of time into this build, so he's spent a lot of time figuring out how Han can move with different arcs. So we're really curious to see what that final decision is, because again, we had the road roll go off, so Joon has to just guess, and you can see what he's doing. Yep, he's rolling the ships out, spreading those fields of fire. So he's got the TIE bracketing on the right, he's got his X-wing on the left, and Fen Rao's probably clearing himself for the middle. Now, Fen, of course, has got to watch out there. You don't want Fen Rao to go through and rock himself next turn. So I'm guessing Fen Rao really. Yeah, Fen Rao doesn't want to get too close to that, which is what I was going to say. So he does want to take mods. So is he going to, yep, he's going to roll and link that. Now what he, if he links that, of course, what he has to remember is that now that makes his ship stressed. And now that his ships are stressed, that's going to make him a juicier target for Han's cannon, because Han ramps up his attack. People are stressed, which these is, of course, with all the linked actions and everything is huge, especially versus something like that B-Wing. And we have Wedge, who's also stressing himself, too. I'm really curious to see with, okay, so sorry, what are we doing? So he's, okay, changing the foils. We notice he's flying the advanced technique where you fly Hera upside down, which, you know, asserts a little bit of dominance right here. Gosh, this is one of these like clutch decisions where you say, honestly, I know we're on turn 3 right now, but this could be, you know, deciding to get on turn 3 out of 12 because there's so much positioning going here. I'm just super excited to see how Aaron takes this. You know, turn out he's stressed, so he's got some juicy targets there for his gun. What are you doing, Han? Are you doing a 3? No? Okay, so we've got Dengar. Now, Dengar moving forward. Oh, and God, this is what happens when you put all this practice in. You say, you know what? I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm gonna stay out of the fight,
The moment of truth.
but I'm gonna stay into a place where I can get. Okay. So
The reasons are that
let's see, is he actually able to clear? Oh, unfortunately not a clear. If it had been that 3, I think that would have done it. So here's just me, a really interesting case, because this wasn't necessarily I totally put myself in a bad position or anything like that. Like for something like Worlds or for like, like the day before, this is where it's like, hey, a little bit of extra template work absolutely gives you the edge here, and like makes you reach for the 2 instead of the 3. So unfortunately he pays for that with a shield and not being able to do those double focuses, which really turns Han's engine on. So now. So Seavor gets swarmed up to 6, which means that he is.
Start range.
So.
Fen.
So we have Fen, Bullseye.
range 3.
Yeah.
Into C4.
Pretty good.
Yep.
1.
What's Seavor's trigger?
While you defend or perform an attack.
So that's the bullseye trigger, because Fen doesn't have any bullseye abilities, right?
Yeah, just if I'm in his bullseye, my ability doesn't.
Okay, got it. I was like, wait, you don't have any bullseye abilities? Got it.
I'm gonna reveal recover lay item.
Just making sure he wasn't sneaking a copy of Marksmanship in
I'll
there.
go with Wedge. That's range 3 at anybody. Lima's tokenless right now. Yeah.
Correct.
And
He's a new player. He wants to
would jam me.
He has Barabbas
And
intercessors.
he's gonna evade, and he's out of
18 wounds apiece.
So I'll just go range 3 for a rocket.
Hitting on 3.
Lima.
So
Oh,
here's
it'd be
where you have a
embarrassing
question
to
about.
miss, so I'm just gonna keep it
So
at.
he has a question to
Yeah,
figure out.
I don't have a good. I guess I've gotten more.
Then Hera.
So we've had 2 of the M6s shoot. So now we've got Hera also shooting into Han. We can actually start chipping in. Let's see.
1 crit, and I'll leave it there.
Okay, so Han's got the 2 dice.
1 crit.
And takes that first ground on because he doesn't have any of those tokens or any of those
Structural
fancy
damage.
heroes. Ooh, so a really tough one. The structural damage chipping away at that agility,
And
and
then
we're not
6
able to
dice.
recover for that because, of course, structural
Alright, let's
damage
see
is
who
something that you can't go
Seaver
away.
has.
So now we have C4 gets to shoot.
Wedge, I don't think so. That would have been the ideal shot.
So now C4's going to reach out and try to figure out who he can shoot. And again, let's look at the tactic we got on C4 over here. Bring one of those cards out. Before the attack dice roll, since he's not in, he cannot shoot the tie, but he could shoot some of the others. So he could try to jam off by performing that attack.
2 paint, then you would.
Trying to make some decisions about what to do with Seavor. This is going to be a really interesting one because even though Hera is only rolling a single die and she is stretched, she's also big, and so she's pretty beefy. I'm trying to figure out like what he wants to actually do here. Again, like a pretty big decision point. I think that it was a really tough shot that he only had.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so he's got the tracers.
So we'll jam the focus.
So jams the focus off of Hera. Hera's only going to roll 1 dice because this is ammunition.
That's it.
He's got 2.
Everybody gets a lock.
So everybody gets a lock.
Alright.
Well, I rolled range 3 gets a lock.
Lay dog action.
Yeah,
So,
let's see. Think.
Oh, but there's advantage.
We're out
yeah.
there.
Oh yeah, there's a vantage point over here.
But the interesting thing is, even though he's giving a lock to Han and to C4, the interesting thing is that he still ended up jamming Hera,
and then
which makes
Han will
Han's
go ahead
shot.
and take,
And since she's stressed, he's able to roll his normal 3 dice. So Han gave that extra one because he's stressed.
we'll go ahead
Let
and
me see
spin that
what
lock.
Hera has. He's got only 1, so maybe we'll try to go for it.
For 3?
For 3.
What are shots you got coming in here. Lima was out.
So trying to figure out what to do with any of those leftover tokens that he's got.
I'll spend the evade and take one shield.
So takes a shield off of her. So pretty impressive. Even doing a self bump for Aaron, still able to get some mods on that Han shot, because that 2 dice out of the TIE Fighter, 2 dice versus Hera was probably not going to do much. 2 dice with the focus is maybe even 1.5 hits versus Hera's 2. So Hera had a chance of dodging by shooting the missile, still got a chance to get looks to him and to Han.
I'll spend your red to make you reroll that.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh, and is able to actually put 2 shields off of Wedge. You know, some of those scum trick abilities.
And
I spent that right.
Yeah, down to just 1 shield and Wedge. Okay, so Han definitely really did not like to take that crit, but at least Aaron's trying to make up for it by really slamming into some of these other ships. We still have Sabine up. Now it's Lima. Lima's got that juicy plasma torpedo.
3 obstructed.
Does she have the plasma? No, she doesn't. Just going with that primary gun. Just 1. And has 1 match. Odds are 4 dice going to get 1. Boss doesn't have a shot, and Dengar is far out. We have 85 who's pointing away.
Yeah.
So we have
So I would be
the little
structural
TIE
damage
Fighter.
would be known, but then Han's ability would give it
Oh, so if it's an obstructed shot, it takes.
I would have to get up on
Yeah,
to
you
offense
get
and defense. Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay. Do I have the bullseye here to?
Seaver?
Yeah. I can't blast anyone.
And I already spent my ability, so.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah,
But he's got a
it's only,
focus,
it's
right?
only,
Yeah.
What's Han at? Structural and
7 health.
7 health. I'll take it on Han.
Okay, so
Is
we're
your
gonna try
roll
to
2
see.
dice?
Yep.
So we're gonna do two dice. So we have 2 dice for 2, and then he doesn't have any mods, so the odds are no upgrades. So it just takes 2 more.
Nice Hans. Actually, I didn't remember that. I don't think.
Was that 2 evades?
Yeah.
Oof.
No shot from us. Okay.
You get 3 this round. I get 2.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're good there.
4 to 5.
You play AOS as well.
I play old worlds.
I do have agile.
Yeah.
I'm going to.
I'm gonna move it front to back.
Okay.
I'm just gonna
Yeah,
probably
they,
use a normal dude.
They're big and slow and have big guns.
That's the point, yeah. No special abilities, anything, just big gun.
Yeah.
Free circle movement, 2 APL, 1 GA.
Oh, that's right, the 2 APL. Oh,
Okay, so now we're into that.
I forgot.
That's a
It's
Well, that's
no,
everyone.
Tyrion Warriors have 3.
Space Marine.
Let me come with something here.
1 GA. Do you know what a GA
Oh,
That just means group action.
one model at a time.
Yeah, okay.
So GA tells you how many models of the same type you have to activate at the same time.
So now, of course, we are into the.
So when you get shot at,
Yeah.
that's the number of dice you get to roll.
Defense dice.
Yep.
I watched some videos, so I know some of it.
So now, of course, we're in the all-important decision stage, where we've got Aaron trying to figure out how what he's going to do from here. So we've got Han on 7. Didn't take as much damage as we thought. With the structural, though, he basically has a big, juicy target on his head. And he knows that those rebel ships now are going to just be able to chew into him, and they've got that really wide net. And all these rebel ships can just do a 1 straight, so they don't have to fly in. They can just say, hey, we're going to keep ours in this whole center half of the board, and Han, you're taking at least 2 shots next turn. So what do you do if you're Han? Last time we tried to go a little bit too short and did that too. Is he going to do that 3 straight, maybe try to boost in or boost away to say, hey, you know what? I do have a pretty powerful gun, but I can take long range pot shots, and honestly, if I take obstructed shots, that's actually not bad for me. So we'll be surprised if we see Han start trying to go ahead and prove himself away from this battle. Now the real question is, what do we do on the other side for Dengar? Dengar is going to have to do a little bit of hopping. He's got 2 lower initiative ships in front of him that need to get out of his way because he does not want to end up on that stress cloud. Dengar is most likely going to be doing like a 2 straight, I'm guessing, to keep that powerful double tapping gun forward. The thing, though, he is Bosk. Now, Bosk is going to be moving, unfortunately, away from the objective. Oh, and what was subjective scoring last round?
The final score is 5-4.
So you got 3, Aaron,
Yeah.
and Joon got it.
So I have an extra into move.
And 10 models.
And then I can give myself an extra API.
And most of the 10-win models and 8-win models have at best 4 saves.
Well, then I can.
Alright, just updating the score. Perfect. So here we go, folks. I'm trying to take a look at what's going on next. We've got decisions to be made. So I'm guessing Dengar just do straight. Hans maybe gonna do a 3. Seavor would love to do something else, but he's a tie, so he's gonna try to jam up folks and maybe do like that 2. Lima has got that juicy torpedo. She has to get out of the way of Bosk, so it's maybe Lima gonna do like a 2 bank to the right. Or is she also going to go like a 2 bank to the left, just do a face forward with Seavor, and then Bosk maybe just do a 1 bank or 1 straight, and then Dengar doing like a 2. That's what I'm guessing now. Looking at the opposite side, I think Joon is honestly in a pretty good position. If I was him, like the standard Rebel 1 straight to victory doesn't actually look that bad, because he's just going to be able to, rocket the ships forward, or actually not rocket the ships forward, but just like keep guns all spread out. He does have a little bit of an objective advantage so far, but he is going to be moving away from those back 2. So he's going to be moving away from the landscaping point, the middle, bottom middle, and on the top left. So the only one that Aaron possibly could score this turn is the middle, which really feel a little bit bad, because I'm guessing that Joon is going to move at least one of those ships, Hera or Fenrir, just a 1 straight to keep them in range of that objective. So I'm guessing this is going to be a 2-1 turn for Joon, which is going to bring him back even up with Aaron. But yeah, so I think the second turn right here is like, what is Han going to do? Is he going to do that 3 banks? Is he going to do that 3 straight? Oh, this is tense. Opponent, I don't think he's going to be able to make it this time, so it looks like it's just me casting for you guys, which I absolutely love. I mean, it's really cool getting to see this top extreme here from Austin. I don't know if a lot of folks who are tuning in are aware of this, but we have a ton of people here who are actually going to Worlds. So the people you're seeing here, both of them are Worlds caliber players. Both of them are going to be playing in Chicago in just a few weeks. And so what we're seeing here are people like do that final nitty gritty, like tuning and tweaking of their lists before they put them on the world's biggest stage and compete for those amazing prizes and the glory of being the best X-Wing player in the known universe. So excited to see how these 2 championship contender players can go. Both of these, if you know, done really well in championships in the past, have been playing X-Wing for ages. So we're curious to see what happens when they start to throw that into it at this, because again, this is a pivotal turn. Last one was medium, but I mean, I think, turn 4, shoot, let me update the over. I think turn 4 is really it. Let's see, road roll. Okay. So we have initiative going to Joon, which gives, again, Hanzo and Dengar the chance to move afterwards. Again, Han's got that boost. So we've got AP5. Curling around that rock, but actually, starting to face forward, like bringing that gun to bear. This is nuts. Normally don't see AP5, but he's throwing a token out there, trying to help coordinate. We have TIE Fighter. We have the TIE Fighter moving forward. Unfortunately, that TIE Fighter is probably going to end up rocking itself, but it's willing to sacrifice itself because here, this is an awesome part, recognizing that, hey, I'm going to rock myself, but at most I can take 2 damage, and I'm just going to go ahead and claim this point. So here we go. So just 1. So it says, hey, I'm just going to take 1 damage, but I'm going to guarantee that I get that 1 point next turn. So now the thing is, depending on where these other ships went, there might be a chance for them to still get guns on them. Okay, here we're starting to see what we thought about where those ties in the middle are just walking forward to get a little bit of space for the ships behind them. Oh, but here we go. Now, probably, I'm assuming just going to take a focus. Kind of a nice, easy thought with the tie. You really don't want to be barrel rolling because you need that focus to stay alive. What do we have? Okay, so do we have Bosk? Just do another bit of a self-bump, unfortunately. Okay.
What is your experience with tabletop wargaming /tournament?
Okay, so we have boss not advancing much, but rolling.
Movement
Throw
characteristic.
before you can cover system
Oh, color?
does not apply.
Yes, it is.
Nothing.
So boss moves in the action,
And then
but it
Lena.
has his guns pointing forward.
You have,
That's what's
you
only
basically
gonna
have
do.
90 strike. 90 strike. Yep. And then your
Sounds like
engagement
the
range
basic
is max.
tactics make sense to me, but
So you can charge anyone
outside of
in
basic
that 10
skirmish
inch. Not
tactics.
10 inch.
That's not good.
Oh, do we have Lima accidentally rocking herself?
Flying beautifully tonight.
So we have Lima doing the 3 instead of the 2. So definitely making room. So unfortunately Lima takes 2 damage from rocking herself and is unable to get those
That's all my low initiative guys.
So if my model can see your model, I can shoot you.
Okay,
As
and
long as
I'm going
my
to.
base
Oh my
is all
God.
my base to your base. It's not. Oh, I can draw
So
a
we
line
have
from the
Wedge
edge of
coming
my
on
pistol
in.
to your backpack. I can
Now
shoot
what
you.
Wedge may have done
And
here.
from my base to your base.
So when I'm putting down barrier,
Now Wedge may, of course, you're like, wait, why is Wedge just chiming on in? Oh, well, one of the reasons, of course, is that Wedge is,
yeah, from here.
Hold straight.
Sorry, what did the stress focus come from?
Huh?
Oh.
The native chassis ability for Endor Poe is.
Indoor wedge.
I'm sorry, Endor Wedge is like it's like a Fang Fighter. It boosts.
Okay, right, it was a boost. Right, right.
Takes a different.
Yeah, sorry to tell you for everyone. So this is not actually the normal X-Wing. He's taking the boost, but he's taking the deplete. So we're going to be shooting one fewer die. We've got Hera barrel rolling slightly.
I'm just gonna normal move, dash this guy behind his door.
What was my other thoughts?
And then I'll be direct. So now your guys' bases can't
So
go.
we have Hera trying to set up another shot. Again, we've got Han, who's only got 7 hull. It's going to would love to jump away from Wedge, but unfortunately now, even if he does something crazy, he's probably going to be bumped right into Wedge. Now Hera is setting herself up for a shot.
Hop over, intercept you, but resolves me.
But if you're straight from the door, I would have to charge
Yeah, that's what he's saying. So just a quick rules confirmation. So wait a second, he's bumping his own ship. How is he taking the stress focus? Well, technically, the collision would have happened against one of Aaron's ship. So he accidentally bumps into, either he bumps into Aaron's ship. When you roll it all back, he cannot place himself there. So he has to place himself touching his own ship. But that doesn't count as bumping your own ship. This still just counts as pretty big lethal as well.
If you ever have any questions about anything.
Kind of obscure. You just found it out, sorry. Comes up a lot on this board. A lot.
So
Uh,
we have Dengar, who unfortunately, since Han is unable to move forward where he wanted, Dengar's gonna end up trying to slide as far as he can. So we're gonna see whether does Bosk, does he make it past Bosk? So it does, and unfortunately that massive double tapping gun ends up on the asteroid. So just stressed.
You're good and safe here for
And unfortunately can't shoot, which is really brutal this turn.
Or I can just not do an airstrike this turn and wait till
He's doing 3 or 2 straight.
So the 2 straight from home.
That's big old fudge. I don't like that.
all the way.
You.
The 2 straight from home. Unfortunately
So
overlaps
talking to myself
Bosk.
again.
So Bosk himself is not able to take that double focus. So yeah, we had a case where he probably did actually need to do that 3, but just accidentally left it as 2.
Okay.
So no damage, but still no action. So unfortunately we only have 2 ships from it. Now we do have Bosk who's lined up. But yeah, bit of a tough game.
Alright, so you won.
Joon
Swarm
gets
tactics.
to go
I think
ahead.
it matters. I guess he's on the spot, so boss.
That's what your guys do.
So you never want to
Bosk
start
will have
With
to set.
Wedge, before he engages, he is not in range of defense. His ability does not have it. He's still depleted and stressed.
and
So he is going to
Got
and see if he gets his APT off. So we're just going to roll that 4 dice.
Yes. So I could get an airstrike and I really wanted to, but then I'm gonna get counted.
yes.
Like he has just
And
a
this also
scratch
frees
built
up the
into
rest
him,
of your
but
points for other options.
Spend the lock,
I do have a strike.
and then the focuses and 2 crits.
Within 60
Let's
points,
see.
I can have them.
Focus
Yeah, that's
for hit, crit, right into Han. Nothing to stop
We already
it.
know about equipment and kind of
Han
got
gets
play with
hit.
equipment.
Oh wait.
We
So
will do
now
that.
you'll have the option and all that, but
We'll do a fairly
I'll just
moving.
1, 2.
Understanding.
Yeah. 2 left.
I'm gonna
Two left on Han. So, apart from that, advanced proton torpedoes, how much be able to run on in there. And that's 1 on 6. And since, of course, this is the new wedge, in case you're wondering, hey, where did that focus token come from? Because he's that new wedge and doesn't lose his bonus agility, he natively gets a focus every time he successfully hits an attack. So we're just going to say, hey, I did a hit, I get that focus back, a little bit more survivable. So now we've got the 2 other 6s. We've got Fenrau and Hera. Now Han's clearly the target here. So we're going to see what they decide to go after. And again, if you look at the opposite side of the table, Han is worth 6 points, so it would move Joon into 10, plus with the points he's scoring from being with Sabine,
So I'll take a plasma
having
torch
Hera
back.
back.
You've already Tristan read, right?
So you'll take 2
Plasma to who?
But ultimately, you don't have the staying
Okay.
power.
We got a plasma for people going into Han.
And what are we at for
No, it's
on Han?
He's got 2.
options between a scope team and
So the plasma torpedo not really able to strip any shields, but simply going to get some higher attack dice. So that does it.
So whenever you go into something that has more wins, it's before you
completely separate rules.
Okay. And then last 6.
You don't get an automatic.
Take it into
The next shot goes into C4.
what's he at?
He's got 1.
1 damage on him.
Yeah.
We've got Fenrir launching.
And I will spend the focus to guarantee that.
Is that worth it? I mean, then that I could
I can.
Oh, right.
So
Yes,
your
'cause-
sword, what's your
sorry, you have 2 left. You have 1 damage.
Yeah.
Don't you?
Yeah.
But most likely. Not guaranteed, but.
Oh my god!
Because it's indirect.
You got a crit there. I mean, I got a 2.
And
Yeah.
Seaver spares it.
Would die otherwise.
So Seaver lives on 1
So
crit.
just 1
What's it
crit.
gonna be?
Hopefully it's not a double. Full breach.
Okay, a blank crit. So Seaver still gets to engage.
Alright.
And then that's
And
my
basically
6,
had to
then
spend
I
that
guess you got
focus in
those
order to
2.
keep himself from just being erased. So now he at least gets to shoot back
Okay,
range
okay.
1 either into Hera or into Finn. And we do have
He gets a dispenser and then sergeant
Take-
and some random guy.
question is who's going to shoot?
Land a wedge a little bit. So I got 4 dice, no mines.
He's got his shotgun into wedge because his arc is forward back this time. He did rotate it.
Or try to get
This spins only on
3, 2v4 with the focus.
So wedge is on 5
And the point
health,
is,
2
she gets away
focus,
forever if you don't get her.
and
Yeah.
Sabine is on 1.
And wedge is just 2 shields down.
Yep.
But you're not. So it'd be 3v3 with the focus.
Yeah, I know.
Or.
I decide, my hand shape.
4v2 with a focus.
I like the
I'll have to go wedge. I'm losing this game badly anyway.
So next to get the wedge shot.
1.
So I'm going to just
Yeah.
Spend it while you got him.
Spends the focus.
Alright, and I think he's only got 1. I think I have you in bullseye.
Yep.
So boss able to use marksmanship for 2 dice.
Well. Marksman.
Marksmanship of 1.
Alright, so it's going up to 2.
Yep.
so
And is able to use that Bosk ability.
And
In
Jengar.
case you're wondering, hey, what happened? So, Bosk has him in bullseye, and so he uses marksmanship to turn one of those hits into a crit.
yeah.
And Bosk's native ability says, okay,
Good
when
call.
I have a crit go through, I can split it into 2 just
5 is
normal
on
hits. So basically, he can
C4.
essentially always choose direct hit. So Wedge now brought down to 3. So an awesome shot from Bosk, honestly. You gotta watch out for that marksmanship.
Han too.
I don't think it makes a difference, right?
I know, but
Okay, so roll off.
So let's keep on
One
going
die.
here. Let's look.
I got a 6.
Here's
Holy
one
shit.
down.
Holy shit. Okay, okay.
Is-
I'll go first. I'll go first.
Was it 4?
Let's see.
I'll
What
go
do we
first.
have
Holy
here?
shit.
Oh,
Holy
wait,
shit.
that's not even
Good
really
thing I gave you first. I'll spend a CP to hack damage. One dice.
So we're having Aaron trying to figure
We'll
out
do here.
Roll my dice. If I'm within 6 of you.
what can do shield into Hera. Hera's the one who has actually lost one shield.
Yeah, no token on
Half
the.
damage on objectives. Roll within 6 of your
or
Fed
the
doesn't have a
Fed.
token. He does have Concordia.
Yeah, we'll do.
So we're just gonna try to burn down the B-wing.
for your first. For the
Pretty
first
good.
dice.
At least one damage.
It crits
Literally no.
and nothing. So
Yeah.
I did
just
something.
2 shields off of Hera.
Okay, so that's the end, and then you have AP5. I think you have.
Yeah, I was
Range 3 shot on.
So Lima range 3.
So the mortal goes through, but the damage on the die is out.
The killer.
So range 3 would be.
Yours should shoot your boys up.
Uh,
You're at 5 CP.
hey, it could happen.
It can happen.
And we've got AP5 shooting at Seaward, so
It
he can
did.
kill the tie. No, Tyrell's plenty of evades.
Not
Tie
today.
is safe.
I'll get you next
Not
time.
today, Satan. So we have Han taken off the board, and then objective score.
Alright, so.
Yeah, zero
Points.
Throw it,
Yeah,
take
it's
them
6
all
from
out.
Han.
Yeah.
And your guys have 13.
So that gets you up to
right?
10.
14 you did.
We have 1, 2,
Yeah,
the turn over the objective points.
So
Certain
1.
cards can 1v1
1,
2,
or
3,
2v1 depending on
3
the
for Joon, and then 1
And
for
then I got the middle.
getting the middle one.
So
So
1.
bring in
So
score
13
to
to 6. Another runaway. Dude, you're kicking my ass tonight, bro.
13 to 6. Still some more teams here because we've got Hera who's on 5, and we've got Wedge who's on 3. So looking at win conditions here, so we have that really heavy hitting
What are your
Han,
turns on
who's a little bit hurt. But the thing, really hurt losing Han. The thing is, Han. The other way to think about this is Han could just be out of the fight, right? There's cases where Han takes a bunch of damage at the very beginning of the game and then just runs, and then Han's never seen from again. So for all intents and purposes, this gun never impacts the game ever again. But he's like keeping those points. Now in this case, he lost them, so it's 6 points down. However, there's lots of chances to make that up on the other side. Hera still has only 1 agility, so could evaporate due to Dengar's double tapping. Same thing with Wedge. Wedge is on 3, so that could be an easy 5 points there if Lima or any of the others are able to get in some good shots. Bosk still got some great options. Now speaking of movement, Bosk doesn't necessarily have the best movement options here. He does have Dengar right in front of him. So since he doesn't want to bump his own ship, I'm really wondering whether Bosk does like a 4 or a 5 and tries to stay where he, because Boss does a 4 straight. This would be really cool. So if Boss does a 4 straight, he would get over Dengar, but he would land on a wedge. So he basically just scoot himself back in and still be able to take the stress focus for survival and for offense. On the opposite side, Sivor and Lima, are we going to see them K-turn so that they can get behind the ships? B-Wings, you get behind a B-Wing, that B-Wing can be toast real fast. And then we have Dengar, who's maybe just going to do it 1 straight to clear stress and make sure that he doesn't get blocked anymore. So really interesting here. That's what I would say. I would say maybe Boss goes like a 4 straight, stays put. We have Dengar rocket forward, and then we have on the opposite side. I guess Aaron's ships have got a K-turn. I mean, I know you want to get actions out, but I mean, sometimes you just have to. Hera does not have any bombs, so he can safely K-turn with impunity and not worry about that. Now you do technically have AP5 over there, but okay, AP5's gun's not really going to do much, so not worry about it. And then you have Fenrau and Hera. What are they going to do knowing that those ties might be K-turning? They do have Dengar in the middle, so you have 3 Isaac ships who could potentially slam into Dengar. Wedge may be doing like a 1 bank to try to keep that gun on Dengar and make him the next juicy target. If he can't take Dengar off the board, that really, that's it. If he kills Dengar, game's done. So I guess the thought right here is he can get those 9 points in really quick so that he can just clinch this game. I'm gonna see if I can get something from my throat because I've been just talking pretty non-stop, but this is pretty clutch. Again, I need another game changer turn. I think this all comes down to what happens to Dengar and what maneuvers center around him. So, ladies and gentlemen, looking back on this, we're about 31 minutes left to go in this game. I think this particular set of moves are Dengar is like basically going to seal the game. So we'll see. I'm going to see if I grab something to drink real quick.
Oh yeah. Don't open the goop. Don't open the goop pot.
I was tightening the cube.
Okay.
Because I opened it, I just got a huge whiff of it. I was like, oh, let's tighten this real quick, just in case. Looks like you got a lot of plastic, but no.
Okay.
This is plastic, right? The blue one here?
Yep.
Yeah.
There should be plastics in it. A thin plastic cement in there. It's a blue one. No. Blue. Yeah, that's thin plastic cement.
Alright, I'll move my
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
I'll slash it in.
You can shoot him.
Right, yeah.
You'll be hitting one worse, and I have
I'll be
a...
hitting on 4 if I borrow. Yeah, so it'll be
Alright, stopping by for some refreshments courtesy of Tribe Comics and Games out of here in Austin, Central Texas. For going up one more and want a place to either play a game, pick up a new game, or just like see what the local scene is in Austin, absolutely recommend it. Right near to the In-N-Out, right near to a Torchy's Tacos, absolutely pristine location. 100% recommend. So here we go. I've got my amazing refreshment. I'm here to see us close out this game. We are now on turn 5 and scramble the transmissions. We are a little bit down, but still absolutely a chance to recover this. It'll be really interesting to listen to this afterwards and see like where some of these points make a huge impact for the rest of the game. Here we go. Okay, have a quick sip. Again, AP5. Normally those ships that are out of the fight,
I'm gonna coordinate wedge a target lock.
those. Oh, he's going boss. He's not Dengar, so this was kind of interesting. I was thinking that Dengar clinches the game for him. He's got 3 super powerful I6 attacks coming in, and he could just clear Dengar and basically win the game. But he's not doing. He's saying, "Oh, I want to put some damage on the boss." Boss, little ship. We'll see. Oh, and yeah, it's making amazing use of that roll, so that she can put herself in the fight. Is she going to too hard? Oh, yeah. So he's gonna arc around and actually like get her gun in the fight. Maybe we'll see. I think she's counting on maybe Bosk not moving a lot. And we'll see if Bosk ended up doing that that count. Yeah, sorry, I didn't think about the speed of it. Like that is a great choice for Sippy.
Try not to kill yourself.
Trying to get this in here.
So, just one hit.
Here we go.
You can see we re-rolled the other one. Alright, so AP2, your guy dies.
So
One
yep,
hit.
absolutely called that K turn. Absolutely beautiful. That's up right behind that ship. Oh, whisker. Smack him right between the two of them. What a great K turn. What?
Huh?
Oh, you've got the ion, yeah. So he has the option. Ladies and gentlemen, we actually have a chance to see an ion limiter override, the rare override in the wild.
I mean, I got it. I have to, right? Yes, I do.
That was unlucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants to block Lima.
Well, the marksman only has
Sorry, this is really clutch. He's going to figure out whether he can actually use that roll. And the reason this is clutch is because he has to figure out, the reason this roll is kind of handy is because he might be thinking that B-Wing and Fen are not going straight. He might be saying, okay, maybe these ships are curving a little bit to the left. I'm a little curious. Personally, I think those ships are going straight.
Strain it is.
It takes the strain.
Oh yeah, I got you now.
Exactly what I want. Boss.
charge through this door.
Do here and land on the rock. No, I still land on the rock.
A sergeant with a heavy bolt rifle and a heavy bolt.
So I get 5 dice on 2s. Auto retain 1. Who's a 5?
While you're within 3 inches of this guy, you lose an attack dice.
Just not ultimate, dude.
This guy gets 1 free game, second counter.
Alright.
Here, again, we're just talking about this afterwards. So he's thinking, okay, I'm gonna go out and at least grab him.
Alright, Lima.
And interestingly enough, he did. He might have got himself out of Wedge's arc, which is kind of funny. And I totally didn't think about this, but he's moving himself in to be able to score objective points. That's awesome. He says, hey, I'm only a 2-die gun. I don't want to risk getting those points. I'm just gonna, get to a spot where I can start scaling some objective points for Aaron. That is super cool. So he's gonna take his first focus. He's maybe hoping that he does a 1 straight block, but I'm guessing that's not gonna
Then is it
happen.
3 straight?
Yep, he's gonna.
Well, it's a crit and a moment.
Everybody here.
So duelist.
Lima does have the dorsal turret. So anyone who
Sure.
So there's a chance that that dorsal might still work.
With my
Oh,
character
this is gonna be a
behind
tough one.
fabricated sheets.
Does that dorsal do it?
Through.
Each time I parry with a
Okay.
additional bonus.
Before combat, I'm going to parry your critical. Deal 4 damage.
Doctor and Defender roll.
So we have Finn on a check. Sorry, this is really hard because I don't know what it means in Arc. Oh wait, but this would
I'll
be
take a
brilliant.
under gambit evade.
Alright, so, next one.
Yep. Okay. And then just get rid of
Back options, yes.
three, six.
Gentlemen, this is awesome. So
Now,
yes.
some more consequences.
My last action.
So we have shield
Wedge
down
is
on
gonna
Hera.
walk into
Your activity.
I'm not gonna just do
So,
Alright,
you can
and
put
take
these
the red
barricades
focus.
anywhere on your half of the board.
In case anyone's curious,
Alright,
yeah,
and then
ladies and
Dengar.
gentlemen, that is
You
Fenrir
saved
at
me.
range 1. So
You can. It just costs 2 APL to follow.
Dengar, Banks, and I'm just really curious what was going on.
And then going over barricades, you can circle.
Well, okay, apparently he did a 1 bank. I'm really curious what the logic of that was. But he barely just
Something like that.
banks
You go
in.
down?
Yep.
Now he does have a chance to shoot Fen
But that guy's already.
at range 0, so we'll be able to get off any modifications, or he can just lay into Hera, who is now down to the juicy center. And we have Sealer back also shooting too, and also able to throw some of those jams in. Swarm Taxes is really going to be helpful here because they just swarm in. Yep, taking the stress focus. We've got Dengar with all those capabilities. He's got Machine One, all for B11, but all the tricks. We got start of engagement.
I think I only have Lima.
Yep.
So Lima gets popped up to I6. So now we have
Miss Foolish.
She's hurting.
Okay. I'll take the range 1 from Wedge into Boss, or Dengar.
Okay.
He's full, yeah?
So,
Dengar is full.
Okay.
Yes.
yeah. So we've got Wedge rolling
let's have that
in.
focus.
That is the focus for 4 damage coming in. That rolls a crit. Question is, do you save one of them, or do you just say,
Take
you
a
know what?
crit or not take a
I
crit.
think if I was him,
Just
he
roll
only has
one.
23 minutes left. See, the crit, those crit could really be devastating.
I
think he
choose
needs
not
to. No, okay, so he's going to say, I'm going to take the crit.
Shield
I'm just going to lose shields. Also,
What's Boss at right now?
He is, he's full.
He's full.
Yep.
yeah, 6 health. Oh, no, sorry. Boss is 2. Yeah.
Boss is full at 4 health.
Correct.
I'm going to rate this fella here.
But I am stressed on a rock.
What does that mean?
Nothing.
Is this instructed?
Does Dengar get his revenge thing?
I'm going to activate.
Yes.
It is instructed because your center line is.
So, one guy's on his own.
Go engage.
Yeah.
I'm also slightly
This
tilt
here.
cocked.
Yeah.
He's going to.
Now, Dengar doesn't
That
get
would
to do
be
his
obstructing
revenge shot in
range.
case you're because
Also, taking a range 0 shot at Dengar is not
So
bad.
this is going to be
So
4
if I shoot you back,
So within 6.
then it's
4, 5.
pretty much
So
the
within
best.
6 of you, I'll
Because
go
I only have 2 dice.
I'll do it because you said.
This is not like 40 days.
Into Dengar.
okay, so we have
So that's 2 normals.
Fen doing 1 die to Dengar,
You got it.
4.
and this one is into Dengar, so Dengar does get to do his revenge shot.
No.
You got it?
No.
Your activation.
Do I have a range 3 shot here?
Wait, so you're not shooting back?
No, because he wants me to shoot him with Hera, and he can kill Hera this round. He only has 2 shots on
I'm
Hera,
within
that's
my
a possibility. So we'll take a range 0 shot into Fenrir, or
Lima?
2, 3. 3 dice on.
for 1 hit.
3 dice on 3s. 2. 3 dice on 4s.
Or nothing.
And Liam's able to
Alright.
escape
I mean, I
that
probably should have
one.
taken it just because there's a good possibility you'll
So,
clean it
concealed
off.
means you cannot reach out.
Yeah,
You also cannot shoot.
Alright, so was that range 1?
Engage lets you try and shoot.
You can shoot him from mid arm, just get a
Range one.
No.
And now we just have the focus into Hera.
Can't see your.
Fighting can be done from concealed.
Okay.
So if you get
Question about
charged,
what Aaron gonna do here because he's got a 3 minus 3 hit Gengar attack. Doesn't have a focus though, unfortunately, so he's only throwing 3 naked dice, so odds are 1.5 versus Hera's 1, so probably going to push 1 Dara into 1. Lima's just got a 2 versus 1, again, odds are just maybe 1. And then C4, unfortunately, not a lot, so odds of actually killing Hera here.
Yeah, I mean, I think we'll go to Hera.
We're just trying to figure out, like, what's the best use, whether he tries to kill Han.
I got no mods.
So he just takes 1 into Hera. 1.
Yeah, he shoots 2 guns at once. Let me get a picture real
1
quick.
down, so Hera down to 3. Okay, so that's kind of what we expected. So far this is playing out as we expected.
Well, I guess do the range 0.
Or is he going to do 3 dice into Fem now? So he does have a fade, so that would be 3 dice with a focus. He would only put 1
yeah, we'll take
damage
range
into
0.
Fem. Instead we're just going to do range 0 Hera for 1. It's 1 more. Okay, so again, like, this is kind of the expected results. Real question is what C4 does.
Your C4 is on a rock, your 3.
Doesn't do anything, so we have
Range 3.
the range 3 from Substitution to Bosk.
Yeah, I'm my medic down there.
Yeah, gets it.
And within 6
So we have the last C4 seeing if we can chew into Hera.
We'll take the range 1 shot from Hera, or from C4. You don't have anything to do, so do have that lock from way earlier that I forgot
He
about
does
last turn.
have the tracers along.
Oh!
What are you
Oh!
The
Got
killer!
her. Yep.
That's it. Needed. And ladies and gentlemen, that is it.
I needed
So,
something.
is
I
able
need to
to
kill at least
take
one of you.
Hera off the board. Good heavens.
Didn't even need the lock. What are you doing?
He has
Alright,
actually
now-
a hidden
now
die,
here's the
and
real.
He can just shake it loose.
can move my airstrike around.
Can he
So now,
kill?
Also,
One hit.
He can. But will he? Probably. Oh!
I'll get you next time.
Alright. So
so we've got Aaron up to 11.
I got
Swing at
she's 5
points.
points. I get to up to 11. I get this one.
This one's contested. Let's try to contest it.
Yeah.
Oh, have my dog.
I am in on this, and in on that, and in on
Use
that
the
one.
special
So I
What
get
about Lima?
fall back
So we get
2, 2.
It's a universal
for one
We've
detail.
got 2 to 2. So this game that was looking a little tight is now at 15 to 13.
Yeah,
Ladies and gentlemen, we've
Hey.
got a game still. And we have Dengar, unfortunately, who's only on 5, but of course we have Wet, who's only on 3. So like totaling the number of health we've got on the board, AP5 is never dying. I mean, there's no point to shoot AP5. So if we double the amount of health, we have 9 health practical targets for Junie. On the left hand side for Aaron, we've got 5 in Dengar, 1 in C4, 5 in Lima. So we have way more practical health left. Now C4's about to die at any moment. Now the thing is though, no one's really gonna shoot C4. AP5 does have that rear arc, so there's a chance that C4 is gonna put some damage in through the rear, but I don't know. I don't think that's really gonna be that worrying. So yeah, we'll see.
I thought a dog was.
Oh, this is gonna be clutch.
I thought someone brought their dog. I'm sorry. It just sounded like. It didn't sound like keys. It sounded like
Ladies and
dog.
gentlemen, we've had some kind of, I know it's just been a little bit of a tight game, but oh my gosh. Hey, random quick fact, do you notice if you look at Aaron's,
next up, we do scouting. So,
So,
there are 3 scouting options.
First one,
Once you place an additional
so anyone who's looking at Aaron's phone, you can kind of see that little white flash coming from the little bar at the very top. That's actually an infrared light. That's part of the little sensor cluster at the top of the phone. If you look at that, you actually won't see it with your eyes because your eyes can't see that spectrum of infrared light. But it's kind of cool with all the little hidden sensors over there. One of the ways to spot the rangefinders on cameras and some of the like focusing equipment on cameras and things like that is to look for with your phone those little telltale white glows that only your camera can see in your phone, but your human eyes can see. Anyways, we're kind of digressing. But yeah, no, we've still got a game, folks. Although it's going to be an interesting one. Junie does have a bit of an advantage in points. He technically hit the high ground first. He was the first to 11, which means statistically speaking, he's got a bit of an advantage. Bosk is not in the fight, however, is in an amazing position to get on that objective. Sabine, with her ability, unfortunately, I think she could maybe roll left and then a hard one to make sure that she still stays on that objective to keep getting that point. So you have Aaron getting one from boss, Sabine getting one from where she is. We've got Seabrook who's going forward to stay in the fight. Lima is just really out of it. Although maybe what we could see, which would be pretty cool, is we could make but our initiatives don't line up. I was maybe see the Lima Seahor swap, where Lima does like a 5k or something like that, and then Seahor. Then Seahor can't really dive in after AP5 and try to kill him because Seahor could just straight die. Like he only is on 1 health. At 3 agility and 1 health, he can still die if he blanks out to AP5's little 2 dice rear gun. But yeah, so looking at win conditions for Aaron. If Aaron is able to put 3 more damage into Wedge, that gets him really close to winning. Now, the flip side, of course, is if Genie's able to put those 2 guns into Dengar and kill him, then that's game. So I think we have Wedge as a target for Aaron, and we have Dengar as a target for Genie. So let's see.
Coordinate a walk from 5 to
So you take a crit in a normal roll? You take 7?
Alright, and then my 3.
Round of 7.
Okay, what do we got? Let's go Seaboard. Are we gonna go right?
So, strategic
So, Seaboard goes right.
would you like to do it?
Tries to get out of Lima's way. Unfortunately, from this position,
This is secondaries.
I don't want to die, so I'm going to focus.
so he does able to get a good shot on an AB5, which is pretty good,
And
honestly.
then you're my 3. That was my 3.
roll to the
And then
right.
we have Sabine. Yep, exactly.
He has a lot of
Right,
to the right.
and left. Absolutely perfect. And that still keeps them nice and close to that objective.
Lock down the
4 dice on 4 is 2, 3.
You went, like orange. You should have like
Correct. No.
Okay.
You don't want to go on this side. Stay hidden.
Let's see, what do we got next?
That's not quite
And then? Yeah. Okay.
Oh, we have quickly check it.
Okay, then my
You guys all have
So what do we have next? What do we have next?
clears that.
Crack grenades, 4 dice on 3s.
Stay on the objective. He knows he's not going to the fight, so he's going to say, hey, to go
Alright.
We're gonna
make sure that
focus.
no one can, put a pot shot
I'm
in
safe.
from range.
I'll save
Makes a
1
ton of sense.
so
Makes a
I'll
ton of
take
sense.
12, and I'll take 10.
So he's good. Farther than I want to go.
And I have 1 more heal.
I'm gonna move. Open door.
Sorry, to be a quick second to check my phone, but I should be checking my phone. I should be giving you guys an X-Wing. So, did not do the K turn. Did we do a great spot to get stuck with the objective? Personally, I'm really curious why not K turn there. Because that would have at least given me a chance to have your 2 die gun in attack at long range against AP5. Now you do have the dorsal turret, which can still manage to fleet some damage in the middle, but we'll see how that goes. Dengar's in a really tough spot
My 6 as well.
against the,
And then I'm gonna contraband.
and he's got a contraband. This is why for that one we need to do the massive K turn or something like that. So, we have Dengar flip himself over the rock.
So I can airstrike any of these 2. But
So
I have
lose
1 more
circle
to go.
going over the barricade.
So
So
I'm
Dengar flips over the rock.
So
Yep.
that needs to
So 4 dice
double
on 2.
stress.
So roll 1 more.
Stress.
Huh?
So that's
Well, yeah, I'll take advantage.
So what do I do? Is that what you're just go forward?
4, 4.
I'm guessing the K turn, so he's gonna roll with that one.
And another.
So 2 saves.
Ooh, unfortunately.
Okay.
It's really tough.
3 left.
Yeah.
And Dengar's on 3, so make himself an even juicier target. And again, if that Dengar goes down, then that's the
Take
game.
anything.
He is behind Fenrir.
So 4 more.
Barrel that.
3, 4. So
Oh, you can roll with that guy?
you save.
So yeah, that so he is right now in AP5's arc. We've got Wedge who can't shoot him, Benny can't shoot him, and we've got
But if I barrel into.
Sabine who can also shoot. So the version where he has the barrel. Now next turn he would be just straight die. And the thing is,
And then run over the rock next turn.
yeah, he's just really thinking about. He's really just.
Last round.
So, last
Well,
round.
That makes it
now he
slightly
knows.
easier.
Now he knows that he's not going to have another round. He doesn't have to worry about going over that rock. So he's just saying, hey, you know, time elapsed. Extra players, time of the round. So here we go.
Is what, 13, need 15.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's going down to a nail biter. Right now, based on points, Junie would win. But, you know, scenario-wise, we've got Boss getting one for Aaron. Lena getting one for Aaron. In the middle, we're going to have probably 2 for Junie. So we've got 17 to 15 right now. So if Aaron is able to get 3 points, he would win. So he can't kill Sabine. He can't kill AP5. So basically, he just has to kill Wedge. He's got to do it. And unfortunately, he's got to kill Wedge with just 1 shot. Then he's got 2 going into Wedge. And so Wedge is just going to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to opt out of this battle. I'm going to try to be as far away as I can. I'm going to get out of Lima's arc. So I know Lima's not going to be shooting me. I'm going to basically just say that now the only way that I can...
Sworn tactics. Not that it matters.
Yeah, so this is kind of interesting. So basically at this point he's saying, hey, Junie's saying, I'm not going to try to kill anything. I just know that I'll score 2 objective points, you'll score 2 objective points, and you are very unlikely to kill one of my ships. So we'll be 17 to 14, and he'll just win on points. He's like, I don't need to kill Denver. Even though Denver's a really juicy target, I think Junie's making a really smart decision right here, deciding not to shoot him. So here we talk about.
We'll spend it.
So we have a crit going into Wedge.
Alright, so it's 3 obstructed.
Yeah.
Wedge brings...
It's a trap! Oh! Focus!
Crit. Let's see if one of them's a double.
Oh no! Oh
Ladies
no!
and gentlemen, we have the crit chain that takes Wedge off the table.
Not well.
Good
Yeah.
heavens. Oh my goodness. And because of the objectives, we have 2 points going to Aaron this turn.
18.
So we have 1 point coming.
I don't know, man.
I mean, we still have Fenral versus Bosk.
Yeah, but Fenrir's full.
That is a crit and 2 normal.
Or Bosk is full.
Bosk is full. Alright, we'll try here first.
Okay.
Oh man, I should have zigged. Block. Focus.
Spends for 4. So Boss could blank out. Boss blanking out.
Blanked out.
Oh my god! No!
Oh my goodness.
Oh god!
Oh my.
You do take 1 point of damage.
Okay. I will gladly take that.
Boss takes, good heavens.
Alright, so that'll take me to 17 on this.
Yeah.
And then that prevents Aaron from getting the objective that he needed.
Alright, 2 hits. Struck a range.
2 hits coming in range 3, obstructed from AP5.
Yep.
From the head.
Gets it.
Okay, you're already dead, so no sense in shooting you in case Sabine decides to shoot me. She will.
Because he chose not
I
to.
rolled a 3.
I don't think Lima's got anything resourceful. Need a paint with Boss. That was the win.
Obstructed to.
Alright, 5 up from the normal.
So unfortunately, the odds. Unfortunately, the odds of having Boss blank out there's 3 out of 8, 3 out of 8. That gives you a 9 out of 64. So the thing that we saw with him blanking out was there was because there's
You are jammed.
No! I'm a droid!
yeah, so it's a 3.
And then do you
so
choose to fight
3
it
8, so
back
it's
with
a
Sabine?
9 out of 64. So basically a
So
1
I get that
7
one.
chance that
You
that
get the
happened with
objectives.
Bosk.
So 20 to
unfortunately,
19.
we're talking a
Dang, bro.
Oh my god.
I needed to not lose.
14% chance that happened.
Not lose Boss.
A 14% chance that happened. Well, just purely on Boss blanking out.
What about the chances on Wedge blanking out?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's Yeah. I mean that's
4 dice.
yeah same. Oh yeah.
dice
Well, that's a
wiping
whole
out.
nother. That's a whole nother.
Well, I also had you were stressed, so any paint that you would have gotten, I would have made you re-roll it.
Oh, okay.
deal. Yeah.
I will do my
Not, I mean,
Yeah. So we have some pretty
I
crazy
guess
dice
that's the
variants, ladies and
first two
gentlemen.
damages.
Oh my gosh.
That
So
was
this
dramatic.
went back and forth, and then we have, of course, the scenario cleaned up at the very end.
the odds were against me.
Yeah. But you did some really interesting clawing yourself back.
Yeah, it's a very different game than the first one.
Yeah, I mean,
Which did you take the ceaseless one?
And there was no way for Sivor and Lima to flip flop each other for him to K over and Lima for Lima to K turn across, because I was like, can Lima K turn? But no, I don't think Lima could
I
have.
think what I should have done, and what I thought about doing is, I think I thought about barrel rolling onto the rock to lock it to get this objective, or at least contest.
So
it.
one hit.
That would have been tight.
Yeah.
But
Which
I may
no
now
one
because
expects.
get this one as a result of.
Goes left on one.
Oh, you're talking about like earlier.
No, in this turn,
That's all your.
Yeah, Sivor can just barrel roll right onto it.
because I would have
Yeah.
not taken any damage.
So I'm going to move.
Yeah.
Which is something that like your opponents would never expect. Like, oh, I'm doing my mental math, and it's like, oh wait, what? And it's like, yeah, you barrel roll onto it.
I thought there was just like, okay, well, we're well out of range.
Not my free
Yeah, there's no way. Cool. Thanks, ladies and gentlemen. That was nuts. So we're gonna pause this right here. This was a lot of fun, and we'll see if we can maybe get you one more game. But we'll stop it right there. Thanks, folks.
Ow.